What's good, Sooner Nation? We got some updates today. The poll, of course, dropped from the AP as well as the coaches. And we got to talk about the changes there, where the Sooners are. I know a lot of you prefer the Sooners to drop just because of the poor performance against Houston. We're not going to sugarcoat that. It was pretty poor. We'll dive into that because I was a little surprised by what went down with the polls. A player gets SEC Player of the Week honors. That should get y'all excited. And then lastly, we've got a time for Oklahoma, Tennessee. So this week it's Tulane, 2:30. Next week, first SEC game at the crib. Got that time. So let's jump into all of those and we'll wrap things up and talk about what the heck is wrong with the offense and what needs to change. So let's dive into it. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. This video is powered by our partners over there at BetUS. Check them out. They're hooking up the gamer. They're giving you 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. You can do that. Get that by putting in the promo code YouTube150. BetUS, where the games begin. All right. First and foremost, let's talk about these polls. Every week we go through them. Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, Jay, it's a terrible week. Why are we going through polls? It's because I do it, right? This is what we do. And I'm doing it because I need to keep the habit up, because if I don't do it this time because I'm upset or bothered or perturbed like you all, then it will never happen again. And I got to keep myself in rhythm. We are getting ourselves in game shape, just like you all are as fans. So let's take a gander at these polls. All right. And the quick as you see, who really jumped up, really. Top 25 poll, Texas moved up to number 2. Ohio State drops a spot. Texas gets it because they beat Michigan, who dropped all the way down to 17. And basically everybody around Oklahoma moved but Oklahoma. Oregon dropped 2 spots after barely winning their game this past week against Boise State. But the Sooners stayed at 15 on the AP top 25. And in the coaches poll, they remained at 13. Now, I'm a little surprised by it because I felt like this is not a situation where the Sooners need to be sitting here at this number. This is a lot higher than I even wanted, right? We talked about this. I preferred that the Sooners would move down, but they didn't. They're sitting at 15 and 13 respectfully. So the good thing is we ain't got much to talk about here because they're at the same spots. They're not going anywhere. Now, when we look at ESPN's API, they did move down to number 15 behind Clemson of all teams, which is kind of shocking. But at the same time, with that performance, yeah, Sooners kind of deserve to be down there. That's really the polls. There's not much to talk about there, but I had to talk about it. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get a word from our sponsor real quick. So y'all know what it is. BetUS, again, is taking care of the gamer. They are hooking everybody up 150% up to $2,000. That's the bonus, 150% bonus up to $2,000. First 3 deposits. They're taking care of you. So that's where games play. So like looking at this, for example, right now, you can come up here. Football, of course. We got the NFL going on. So, of course, they're taking care of NFL. They've got college football. They've got Heisman stuff because the week is up, so they can do that. You got futures. If you name the bet, it is there. So BetUS is making it happen. You got to check them out. So if we come in here, put in Oklahoma. Let's see what they got. Oh, we've got a line for Tulane. It's early. The early line for Tulane is Oklahoma minus 14 with a money line at minus 150, 580, as well as a over-under sitting at 50. After last week, I'm going to go ahead and take this under. Just because, no, I'm not. Going over. So I think Oklahoma bounces back. So we're going to take that over 50. We're going to put $100 on that bet just because I feel like a little froggy. We're going to take Oklahoma to go over on that number. So BetUS, again, is taking care of the gamer. 150% bonus on all deposits up to $2,000 on the first 3. They're hooking you up and got to take advantage of that. They're also giving you gambler's insurance, right? So the better insurance comes in, you'll get back 10% of your net losses twice a year, keep you in the game. So check them out, BetUS. Use the promo code YouTube150. That's YouTube150. And they get you that bonus. It's game together. This is where games begin. So you saw those polls. You see the numbers. 15 in the FPI. So we'll see what the computers like us after this week. Hopefully we don't, drop a dud, lay an egg in this game and not do what we're supposed to. Hopefully we turn things around. But I'm going to jump into, we've got a SEC Player of the Week we got to talk about. We got to talk about the time for the Tennessee game. First SEC game at the crib for Oklahoma that's got announced. But I first want to talk about this offense. Now, I didn't want to put this at the end because I know that a lot of you, this has been bothering you as much as it's bothered me. And as I looked back at the game, I reevaluated stuff, looked at the way things were going. And I'm going to be honest. This is all on our quarterback. This is all on our quarterback, specifically because the system is built around him. It's built for him. This was built on, a backbone of a Jeff Lebby type system. That's why Joe John Finley is still around, an offensive coordinator. This is similar to what he ran in high school. So Jackson Arnold should be a lot more comfortable, but it appears that he's trying to be too perfect, or he's running it like in high school system, which means he's waiting for people to get wide open and then he's going to throw it to them when that's not how any of this will ever work for him moving forward. If Arnold has aspirations to go to the NFL, he's got to learn to throw people open or throw with anticipation that his wide receiver is going to be there. And that also goes into the hands of Seth Littrell. Now, I know a lot of you complained about play calling. I'm not going to blame play calling on this one. I think that we need to change the plays now because it appears that our running back room and our line can't get the blocks properly and the running back room can't get to the holes properly. And Jackson Arnold seems to be having a little bit of the yips. So since that's the case, this is my solution. I need Seth Littrell to be the quarterback of this team moving forward. You may be asking, Jay, how does Seth Littrell go in here and be a quarterback on the field? Easily. Tell Jackson Arnold where to go every time. Do that. Make it even simpler for him in the play call. Honestly, similar to what you have seen from like Jeff Lebby, what you've seen from Josh Heupel, what you've even seen from Riley, right? No improvising. Call the plays the way the plays need to be called. And tell them this is where you're going to go. Get narcissistic. Do what Sean McVay does. Do what Kyle Shanahan does. Basically read everything from the top and tell them this is your set. This is what you're going to run. This is the number of defenders out there. This is what you're going to run. And go with that. Right now, we desperately need our OC to basically do all the work for this young quarterback. Remember, this is only Jackson Arnold's third start. We've seen him play well in mop-up duty when he's basically playing free and not having to be concerned about, being the guy in charge. Yeah. I think that he is trying to appease way too many people with the way that he's playing it. So that's honestly my truth on it. I think now at this point, Seth Littrell, you are the quarterback of the University of Oklahoma. That's it. Just do that and then find ways for Jackson Arnold to get rid of the ball quickly. I mean, very quickly. Be predictable. I don't care. Get the kid in a rhythm to where he's comfortable with making decisions, right? Put him in situations where he needs to possibly change the play because he sees something. He doesn't need to process anything right now. He needs to go out there and improvise. Let him go out there and follow everything to the T. And if he starts to feel confident that to the T doesn't work anymore, then you can go ahead and switch the play up. We've seen him change routes. I mean, he changed the route to Deion Burks on that fade against Temple when he got him the touchdown, right? We've seen him change the play, right, against BYU because he saw what the defense was giving and got the first down with Jalil Farouk to seal the game. We've seen him make these adjustments. At this point, it feels like all the weight's on his shoulders, so I need Seth Littrell to tell him and give him the easy plays initially. And it's funny because I've even heard NFL coaches say this before, right? I've seen them talk about like I said, Sean McVay's, your Kyle Shanahan's, Matt LaFleur's, right? Even when Aaron Rodgers was there at Green Bay, they talked about how some plays are architect to where the quarterback does not have to think. They run the play, they execute it, and boom, it's typically successful. The problem is the quarterback can't do it constantly because coverage just does change. But and a lot of times they'll give them a scripted play to run. They execute on it, short, medium, and long. And then as the game goes on, they let the quarterback have certain plays where they need to improvise. In this situation, I need this to be the majority of the plays for now, just so that we can get Jackson Arnold more comfortable. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Love to hear from you all on that. Next up, item for bid. We've got an SEC Player of the Week. Kind of exciting, right? Right? Yeah. So last week we had the special teams player, right? With Tyler Keltner getting it for his 3 field goals. Unfortunately, he missed his field goal last game, but we're not going to complain. But defensive lineman of the week for the SEC was Grayson Holton. Right. Grayson Holton got what? I'm confused, right? Jay, this doesn't make any sense. What are we talking about? How does this happen? Well, it happens, my friends. We got ourselves the player of the week on the defensive side of the ball. Shout out to Grayson Holton. He finished the game. He got his first career safety. He got 2 tackles for the loss. He got and a sack, and his 2 tackles were both for a loss. So he had 2 tackles, a sack, and all of them were for a loss of yards. Can't beat that. That is a huge accomplishment. So the SEC gave this man, that player of the week honor. Something that we all love to see and to hear, because we need more encouraging news around here right now, because it ain't good. Let's just put it that way. It ain't good. But the good thing is that this defense is going to play a lot better than y'all expect. And I told y'all it's going to be a good defense. I told y'all we're going to ride this defense, so we can ride this defense. So we're going to ride this defense. That's one of the big ones. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let's wrap it up. Put a bow on it. It's a longer video than normal. I'm usually around 10 minutes or less. But we're pushing it today because we've got to talk about one last thing that just came down the line, which is game time for Oklahoma taking on Tennessee. Y'all ready to hear about this? Under the lights. ABC will be picking up this game. Tennessee, Oklahoma, first game in the SEC, 6:30 Central Time. Will be the primetime game. So either it's a very good thing for us or it's a very bad thing. Right? Like, I can't complain because I am excited about the fact that we're getting this. I'm also terrified at the fact that I'm hoping that we don't drop a dud. But guess what? We got it. Right? All of y'all wanted some primetime games. We ain't in the Big 12 no more. We not getting these 11 o'clock kicks. We getting nighttime. And the beauty of it is you're going to have a whole bunch of Tennessee Orange in town. These Tennessee fans travel. They're pulling back up again for the second time in like the last 10 years. So we get them in town, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on ABC, Oklahoma versus Tennessee. Y'all excited? Because I sure the heck am. What y'all think? Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. How y'all feeling about Oklahoma and Tennessee being the primetime game? I know I'm excited. It's going to be electric, right? Either we're going to go out there and show out or we're going to get our tails kicked. It's going to be one of the two. There's no in between at all. So we'll see what Oklahoma's made out of, and hopefully we go out there and we play ball. So, all right. I'm about to roll out. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. They're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first 2 deposits up to $2,000. They're taking care of the gamer. And y'all know we stoked about that. So check out one of the videos here. And we'll drop more content soon. Peace.